11 a.m. Mostly primary series is what I'm going to call this, or just call it Ashtanga, because until we get back in the studio again together, there is some parts of teaching a full primary series that are just kind of tough to do this way. So I'm going to teach as much of the series as I feel comfortable teaching. It's hard when I can't be there to help you, and in this particular format I can't even see you. So I have to just put my full faith and trust in the fact that you are taking good care of your bodies, right? So if you choose to practice with me, you are practicing at your own risk, and everything you're doing because you want to, right? I'm just going to present the series, and what you do and how you practice is up to you. I just got to put that little disclaimer out there, since I physically can't have anybody sign a waiver, and like I said, it's hard for me to help you. I tried to make this a private group, but when you are a business on Facebook, they won't let you do that. So going forward, I might change this to a Zoom if you guys would feel better about that. Let me know your thoughts, and feels about it. Otherwise, I'll keep it open. It's just that when we do it live in the public setting like this, we just have a bunch of people that jump on and just basically gawk, which is gross. So if you're one of those people, take a hike. Unless you want to do some Ashtanga, get lost, man, because this is serious stuff. And I don't get on my mat live on the internet for nothing. So there you have it. That's how I really feel about it. If you're here to practice, yay, I'm happy to have you. We're gonna get it done, like I said, to the best of our ability. Hello, welcome, thanks for being here. So yeah, we'll do as much of the series as we can, and then we will, more or less just compromise where we need to and sort of fill in the blanks in your own practice. So there'll be some times where I might say, if you know the next few poses, go for it, do them on your own, and if that's you, great. And if not, stay with me and I'll give you some other options, all right? So let's take a few moments just to get up on our feet. I did put a bunch of things up on the YouTube channel last week, how to count Sun A, how to count Sun B. The Mangala Mantra, the closing mantra, is up, and so is the Vande Guru Nam, the opening mantra. So if you want to practice your Ashtanga skills, in the meantime, they're there for you. Hello, welcome everybody. Sometimes I have to be far enough back from the screen that I can stay in the shot, so I can't necessarily read everybody's comments, but I'm happy to have you here. Give yourself a moment to just get on your feet, literally stretch out a little bit. Good. And you guys know that if you have any special requests or things that you want to make sure we talk about or address, you can always send me a little DM sometime during the week and just let me know how you're feeling about practice, or any questions or concerns you might have. Otherwise, we've got a lot to get done here in about 90 minutes, so let's get after it. We're going to start at the top of the mat and draw your palms together. Starting as we always do with the opening mantra. This chant is the signifier that we are ready to practice. So slow down, find your breath. And then when you're ready, chant along if you'd like, otherwise you can just listen. Om Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarshitasvat Masukavapode Nishreyase Jangalakayamane Samsara Halamu Ashantai Abahu Purushakaram, Shankachakrasidarinam, Sahasra Shirasham Svetam, Pranamani Patanjali. Surya Namaskara A. This is sun salutation A. We'll do probably about 4 or 5. Ekam inhale. Dve exhale, fold forward, that's 2. Trini is 3, lift and lengthen halfway. Chatvari is 4, take it back and lower down. Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. 5 is up dog or cobra. And Shalt, exhale back, downward facing dog. I'm going to keep the pace pretty quick today, so don't worry if you don't get all 5 of your breaths in my 5 count. That's okay. Just keep your breath smooth and steady. 3. Start to activate and engage your bandhas, so bring to life your core. 4 and 5. Sapta on 7, step or hop to the top and lengthen. Ashtau, 8, we fold. Nava, 9, you take it all the way up. Vridhahastasana, Samastitihi, Dasha. Again, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari. Same 10 movements. Pancha, inhale, gaze up. Shalt, exhale. All 10 fingers, all 10 toes, rooted down, spread out the palms of your hands. Soften and relax the sides and the back of your neck. Let your head be heavy. Breathing deep in down dog. 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale. Ashtau, exhale, fold. Nava, take it all the way up. Dasha, hands at your sides. Again, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Shalt. So I'll expect that everybody's on the YouTube channel practicing their counting every day, right? So that when we get back in the studio together, we'll have all kinds of people counting. But seriously, if you're looking for a fun hobby, learn how to count to 18 in Sanskrit. It's not very hard, and it'll connect you deeper to your practice. I promise. 4 and 5. Step or hop back to the top. Sapta, lengthen. Ashtau, fold. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale. Let's go one more round of A. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Shalt. Breath is steady. Ujjayi Pranayama. Bandhas engaged, so Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, lifting and locking all the muscles behind and below the navel. Steady gaze point, Drishti here is at your belly button, Nabi Drishti. 4 and 5. Sapta, take it to the top. Ashtau, fold. Nava, inhale. Samastitihi, hands at your sides. Surya Namaskara B, 3 times through, sun salutation B. Ekam, Utkatasana. Dve, exhale, fold. Trini, lengthen. Chatvari, take it back and down. This stays the same right here. Pancha, still up dog. Shalt, back to down dog. Sapta, now we add right foot forward, warrior 1. Deep warrior stance, Virabhadra, all the way up, palms press. Ashtau, right back down. Take it through Chaturanga. Nava, inhale, Urdhvanga. Dasha. Exhale back. There's your down dog. Left side. Eka dasha. That's 11. Rise up. Dvadasha, 12. Take it down. Trayodasha, 13. Lift your heart. Chaturdasha, 14 is your down dog. And right here you breathe. 1. 2. So you always want to engage where it's necessary, right? Engage the bandhas. There's a little bit of action up between the inner thighs, and then relax wherever possible. No need to keep the shoulders tight and tense here. No need to tighten up the jaw. Just soften. 4, 5. Panchadasha, hop to the top. Lengthen, Shodasha, fold. Saptarasha, knees bend. Utkatasana, Ashtadasha, exhale. Again. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Sha, Sapta, inhale, Dakshina, Virabhadra. Ashta, Charangadandasa. Nava, Dash, Ekadasha, Vama, Virabhadrasana, Dvadasha, Charanga, Trayodasha, Urdhva, Chaturdasha, Adho Svanasana. Breathe. 1. Engage where necessary, relax wherever possible. 2. 3. 4. 5. Panchadasha, Shodasha, Saptarasha, Utkatasana, Ashtadasha, stand it up. We'll go one more time. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Sha, Sapta, Ashta, Nava, Dasha, Ekadasha, Dvadasha, Trayodasha, Chaturdasha. Breathe. Uddiyana Mula Bandha, Ujjayi Pranayama, Navi Drishti. 3, 4, 5. Pancharasha, Shodasha, Saptarasha, inhale, Samastitihi, Parangushtasana. Hands on your hips and you're going to take your feet apart. Good. Ekam, fold down, and at the bottom, first 2 fingers and the thumbs around the big toes to lengthen the spine, pull the navel up, exhale, Dve, we fold. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Trini, gaze out. Companion Indian pose here, Padahastasana. Now we switch. Second version, hands go under the feet on Ekam, re-lengthen. Dve, again, exhale, fold, and let it feel good. So you're going to find that advice about engaging where it's necessary and relaxing wherever possible is true for every single posture, right? That's the stira and the sukham, the steadiness and the joy, or the ease that we're looking for with every pose. For as hard as you are working, there should always be an equal and opposite amount of softness and enjoyment in your posture. And if that's not true, modify the pose. Find a deeper breath. Find a way to feel comfortable with what you're doing. 5, inhale, gaze out. Hands to your hips, 3 knee, all the way up. Feet together, Samastitihi. Okay. We're going to start stepping out and open to the side. If you're new to Ashtanga Yoga, your right foot's going to step you back every time. I'm going to turn so that this works for you. You guys stay right at the top of your mat. Okay? Uttita Trikonasana. First pose, right foot steps you back and you pivot all the way around. Now you're facing the back of the mat and your right leg is leading the way. Triangle is the posture, and so now we take it down. For those of you who regularly practice this posture, you're going to grab for that big toe. Otherwise, just find a place somewhere down your right leg where you feel good and you're not really leaning into the right side. You should feel like you're here because you can hold yourself up with the strength of your core, the sides of your body, right? Okay? 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 3 knee, bring it up. Switch the feet, same pose, Chatvari on the left side. Again, as far down the left side as you can comfortably go without collapsing into the posture. Engagement around the center of the body, and everything else is lengthening, lifting, stretching, feeling good here. 3, 4, and 5. Pancha, inhale, bring it up. Parivrita Trikonasana. To the back with a twist, revolved triangle pose. That means left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Left hand can be on the inside of your foot. If you have a block or anything else at home that you could use there to facilitate that forward stretch, go for it. Work the twist on your exhalation. 3, 4, and 5. 3 knee brings you up and around. Lengthen. Chatvari, take it down. Right hand, again, can cross over the foot if you need. Otherwise, it's going to stay right on the inside. Then work your rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pancha, inhale, open up. Samastitihi, step to the top of your mat. Relax for a breath there. Uttita Parsva Konasana. Open again to the right side. With a deep bend in your knee this time, left arm reaches out, up and over, that side angle pose. Modification here is to put your elbow up on your thigh. Gaze is Hastagradrishti, out to the tip of the hand. And we're breathing. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 3 knee, switch. Chatvari, take it out. On the left side now. Navel pulls in. Strong and steady in the center of the body. 3, Pancha, Parivrita, Parshva, Konasana. Revolve the pose. So you take it around to the back again. Right knee is bent. Left elbow's gonna hook and the palms press. Now if this isn't gonna happen unless you lift your back heel or put your back knee down, those are good modifications, so go right ahead and do it that way if you need to. 1, 2, I'll stay in the modified version here. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring it around. Exhale, same thing. If you can keep the back leg extended with the heel down, cross and twist. Otherwise, lift the heel if you need to, or drop the knee completely. 1. The most important part of this posture is the twist. So don't get so caught up in what's going on with your back foot. That will come in time, but work the rotation first and foremost. 4. And 5. Inhale, Pancha, we open up. Samastitihi, step to the top. Relax for a breath. Prasarita Paduttanasana. Ekam, open to the side. This time you're going to stay facing the long edge of your mat with both hands on your hips. Lift here on the first breath in. Dve, on your exhale, fold, put your hands on the ground. Trini, half lift, engage the bandhas. Line up your fingers with your toes and fold deeper on your exhalation. That's 1. 2. The crown of the head be heavy, tailbone is slightly lighter than it was a moment ago. 3. 4. 5. Jadvari, inhale halfway. Pull the navel in, hands to the hips. Pancha, inhale all the way to the top and exhale right there. Reset your feet if you need to. Ekam, arms open up. B version. Second time, hands come back to your hips, pull your elbows back and your shoulder blades together. Dve, gaze up. Take it all the way down. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Pancha right up to the top on that one. Exhale there. C version. Ekam, arms out. Dve, hands bind. 3, lengthen, look up. Jadvari, take it down. Baddhahasta. 1, sides of the neck are long and loose. Relax your jaw. 2, if you feel like you're locking out your knees, engage your quads or soften just a little baby bend in the knees if that's going to make you feel a little bit steadier here. 4, 5. Pancha, inhale again, right up to the top on one breath. Exhale, hands find your hips. Last but not least, D version, Parangushta. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold down, first 2 fingers and your thumbs around your big toes. Trini, inhale, there's the length. Fold on the exhalation, elbows bend, crown of the head once again. Heavy, tailbone is light. 2, 3, 4, 5. Jadvari, inhale halfway. Engage, Hands to the hips. Pancha all the way to the top. And release, Samastitihi. You step back to the top of your mat. Parashbhutanasana. Next posture, your hands go behind your back. You can really do any number of things here. You can hold a wrist, you can find opposite forearms or elbows, or if you make this pose regularly, then you know that your hands are going to flip into this sort of reverse namaste position on your back. Viparita Namaskara. Right foot steps you back and you turn all the way around on Ekam. You're faced off to the back of the mat. Dve, you fold over your right shin. Take it down. Try to keep the hips somewhat square here as best you can and equal weight in your feet. 1, 2, 3. And if you're thinking to yourself, boy, I could do this pose if only I could put my hands on the ground. Fine, go right ahead. Do what you need to do. 4 and 5. Inhale, 3, come up. Spin it around, Anjadvari. Reset the feet. Lengthen and fold. 1, 2, try to find that balance between steadiness and ease, right? 3, use your bandhas here to really make you feel secure. And once you've got that sense of groundedness, then you can really work on relaxing. 5, inhale, come on up. Pivot and release the arms. Samastitihi, you're going to step back to the top of your mat. All right, I'm going to turn forward again here because now we stay in the forward position for a few balance postures. Starting as always with Uttita Hasta Parangushtasana. Left hand is on your hip. Ekam inhale. Okay, if you're new to this pose, you may consider just taking your knee here. Otherwise, you're going to reach out for your right big toe. Right leg is straight and strong. And if that is the case, then you're going to fold. 1, 2. Left quadriceps are alive. 4, 5. Up comes the chest. Inhale here. Chadbari, take it out and open to the side. Again, if you're modifying, you might just move your knee. 2, keep breathing, please. 3, steady gaze, off to the left. 4, 5, we come back to the middle on Pancha. Fold a little bit deeper, one more time, on Sharp. Lift on Sapta, release, and hold your right leg as high as you can. Both hands on your hips, standing nice and tall. 2, 3, 4, 5. Done with the right side, we move to the left. Vanga, right hand on your hip. Ekam inhale. Up comes the left knee or the left big toe. Lengthen. If the left leg is straight and strong, then fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. 3, move it out to the side. Anjadvari. Reactivate the bandhas if you're feeling a little bit loose in the middle of the body. Bring it to life. Dakshina Drishti, gazes to the right, and we're breathing. 3, 4, 5. We come back to the middle on Pancha. Fold deeper. Sharp. Sapta lift. Maintain the lift and lift the chest even more. Good. 2, 3. Stand up nice and tall. Don't lean back. 4 and 5. Both feet on the ground. Exhale. Samastitihi. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, Vrikshasana. Next posture. Half bound, half lotus with a forward fold. Now I'm going to stop right here for a moment and tell everybody, if you are new and you do not usually make this pose, today might not be the day to start. You really have to be patient with a lotus. Those of you who've been practicing for years even know that sometimes it comes, sometimes it goes, right? So check and see whether or not this is feeling good in your body today. If you're making lotus, your right heel has got to go all the way up in the crease of your left hip, and then you want the knee to be able to relax. If none of that seems to be working, I'm going to ask that you just make tree pose instead today, okay? Foot above or below your knee. Lotuses, if this is feeling good, half bind with your right arm around. If there's a foot there, you're going to grab it. If not, you can stay upright and just hold the crease of your elbow. If you are finding your foot, then you're going to add a forward fold down. Work on getting your left palm flat on the ground. Nice big stretch for the hips there. Okay? Those of you in tree, you're with me. We're breathing deep. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, take a look out if you're in a forward fold. Then come up on your next breath in. And everybody release, both feet on the mat. Lama, we move to the left. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, half lotus. If you're making a half lotus, carefully bring your left heel all the way up into the crease of your right hip. If the knee relaxes and feels good, this is comfortable position for you, then you might consider left arm, bind, and a fold. If this is not working, don't force it. Tree pose above or below the knee, okay? Wherever you are, let's breathe. I'll stay with the trees. Lotus and forward folds. You're on your own. Take it down when you're ready. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward folds. Inhale, look out. Prepare. Come all the way up on your next breath in. And release. Samastitihi, both feet on the mat. Okay, we go back to the beginning. Just briefly. Ekam. Full vinyasa here. Dve. Trini. Chatvari. Pancha. Shat. Utkatasana. Gaze forward, step, walker, hat, right into fierce pose. And now you give it 5 breaths. 1, 2, Angushta Drishti, gazes up to the thumbs. 3, 4, 5. Fold on Dve. Trini, you can take that little fancy transition here if you want, otherwise just step, walk, or hop back. Chatvari, Pancha, Shat. Gaze forward, right foot steps up, Virabhadrasana. Just like a sun salutation B, except we're going to slow down right here and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. Take it around to the back. Same pose on the left side. 1. Sink deeper into this posture than you think you should. Feet are wider apart than you might think. Hips are low. Center of gravity is also low. 4, 5. Open to Virabhadra B. That's warrior 2. You're still facing the back of the mat. Deep bend in the left knee. 1, 2, 3, Dakshina Virabhadra. Now you do the right side. You're back to facing front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're down on the exhale, Chatvari. Back through Chaturanga. Banja inhale. Sharp exhale, down dog. Jump through Dandasana. All right, so everything that happens from here on out, more or less, is down on the mat. And we start in with our seated postures. Usually I would not advocate that you pause here and take a coffee break, but I need one, and fuck it, right? It's internet yoga, who cares? So if you need a quick moment, pause, and then we'll pick back up here in a second. Okay. First 5 breaths, we're gonna sit in Danda, making staff pose. Chin comes to the chest, navel pulls slightly back, up and in, and Mula Bandha root lock is pulling those tiny muscles of the pelvic floor up and off the ground. All 3 bandhas engaged is known as Mahabandha, right? Pulling everything in. Jalandhara Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. 4, 5. Inhale. Hello. Thanks for the thumbs up. Out to find your big toes. Paschimottanasana. So if your big toes are out of reach, that's okay. You put your hands as far down your shins or your thighs as you can comfortably go. And take a forward fold on Dve. Exhale again. Remember, we're going to stay engaged where it's necessary, and we're going to relax wherever it's possible. So no need to be tense in your shoulders, in your jaw, in your face. You're going to let all of that relax. Keep some engagement in the bandhas here, and let breath and gravity do the rest of the work for you. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini. Switch. Hands can go over the tops of the feet, or traditionally they come from the edge. Either way, either version. This is the Padahasta version. Hands on the feet and fold again. First we do Parangushta, big toes, then we do Padahasta. In a moment we'll do Badahasta, or bound. For now, take your second position and breathe. So I think one thing that we all fall victim to as Ashtangis, especially early on in our practice, is feeling like when we're in these forward folds that we're supposed to be like deeper, deeper, deeper with every breath. And that's, I think, how we usually injure ourselves. So don't think about it so much like every breath has to take you further and that you have to have some new electrifying sensation happening in your body. But instead, inhale, lift up. Let each exhale soften you a little bit more, so that when you hit that 5th breath, it's the one that feels the best, right? It's not the one that feels the hardest or the worst. It should feel the best. Okay, Padahasta. If you can, you go all the way around your feet now. Really stretchy, bendy people, right hand to your left wrist. Otherwise, fingers interlace, or you can just repeat a version of B, and here we go again. 1, 2, soften, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini lift. Anshadvari, exhale. Okay, here come those little vinyasas. There are several of these. It is the bottom half or kind of the business end of a sun salutation, if you will. And you do them whenever you want them, okay? If you know that you have to skip some here and there, trust your body, sit them out when you need to, or take them when it seems appropriate. Legs come out in front, Purvattanasana, hands go just behind you. Inhale, lift your heart first. On your exhale, you're gonna lift everything else that comes off the mat. This is, I'm just turning to the side for your benefit. The modified way to do that would be just pushing through your feet, right? Otherwise, it's a reverse plank. Everything's up, head drops back. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We lower down, take it through right there, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you're skipping a vinyasa, Lolasana lift, Dandasana sit still. There's some other ways too. You can just squeeze your knees in, all that good stuff. If you're moving through from downward facing dog, here we go. We're gonna pick up the pace a little bit here now and start really trucking through these next few postures. Ardha Pada Padmottanasana, or Paschimottanasana rather. Same version that we just did in the standing balance. A lotus on the right side with the right arm bound to find the right foot, left hand to the left foot, and you fold. You be the judge of whether or not this is right for you. You can see how tight my knee is, so I don't think it's wise in my body today for me to go put a bunch of pressure on this posture. I'm just gonna sit up tall and work on relaxing the right knee. If you have a comfortable lotus, go for it. 4 and 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Jadvari, Chaturanga, step or hop it back. Great. So now that you know that you're the judge of the vinyasas, I'm gonna always call them, no matter what. You take them when you want them. Left side, Vama, Ekam. You make the lotus and the bind. Great, reach out on the right side and add a fold. Again, doesn't seem like a good idea to fold, but you're feeling okay with the position of the knee, then just stay upright with the chest. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini gaze up. Chatvari, Chaturanga. Pancha inhale. Salt exhale. Sapta jump through. Tirayam Mukha Eka Pada Paschimottanasana. Right knee bends. In the reverse position now, from the side it looks like this. Heel is outside of the hip. Please pay attention to this foot. If it's flipping out like this, you're gonna have problems in your knee. Believe me. Take my word for it. Make sure the top of your foot is down. If you can't do this with your knee straight forward, open your knee as far out to the side as you need to relieve some pressure. Andre, you add a fold on the left and exhale as far in as it feels good. Start there, and then you can always relax further. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini, good. Exhale, Jadvari. Pancha, Shah. Saptavama on the left side. Tuck the knee. Check the position of the knee and the foot. Everything feels good. Notice my left side is really tight. So I'm going to open my knee a little bit here. Good. And then take that fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 knee inhale. Release. Chadvari. Pancha. Sha. Sattva. New pose. Janu Shir Shasana A. Okay, we're going to do A and B. If you're a regular practitioner, you might do A and C today, if you know how that goes. Otherwise, we start with the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. As far out over the left leg as you can comfortably go. That's Ekam. Fold on Dve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 knee gaze up. Chadvari. Pancha. Sha. Sattva to the left. Pull the left foot inside the right thigh. This looks like seated tree pose, right? Lengthen over the right side. If you can take your right wrist with your left hand, that's the bind. Fold deeper on the exhalation. Again, you're not forcing the stretch. Hi. I love when I see just a little random thumbs up. Lets me know you guys are still there. You're still feeling good? Good. 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 3 knee. Good. Chadvari. Here we go. Janu Shir Shasana B version. Okay, start like A. Put your foot right on the inside. If you're making C version, you're going to turn your toes down. You do that one on your own today. If you're savvy, you might even be able to get them both in here. But otherwise, for B, you're going to lift. Notice I just lifted my body. I didn't move my foot. I'm going to slide forward an inch or two and get my heel situated in between my glutes or right in the pelvic floor of Mula Bandha zone. If you don't know where Mula Bandha is, you know now, right? Because that's where your heel is. And then same fold. 1, 2. The little lift of having your foot under your body is going to intensify the hamstring stretch for you naturally, so you might not need to work as hard here. 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 3 knee. Exhale. Chadvari. Pancha. Sha. Sattva jump through to the left side. Left foot goes under. Lift and slide forward an inch or two. Heel in Mula Bandha. And Dve, exhale, fold is on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 knee. Chadvari. Pancha. And Sha. Step, hop, or jump through. And now Marichyasana A. Okay, we're going to do A, B, and C. If you practice A, B, C, and D, you can move a little quicker here and just try to get all 4 of your poses in and go a little bit faster than me if you want. I'll take us through the first 3 today. Right knee is up, right foot is on the ground. There's about a fist distance between the inside arch of your right foot and the inside of your left thigh. Leave a little room in there. On your inhale, you're gonna reach your right arm up. You move your shoulder as far in and down on the inside of your right leg as you can. And then we're gonna work a bind. So you can take both arms out if that works for you, flip your hands around and just come back and find it. Otherwise, you can use your left hand here to pull that shin and knee in so that it really feels like you're gonna wrap your entire right armpit around your knee. Yeah, the less space there is there, the easier this bind is to get and the better it feels. If you can't get the bind, no problem, just try your best. Even if your hands don't come together, it's okay. And then you fold on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 knee inhale, enjoy that little stretch right there up the sides of your neck, and then release. Chatvari exhale, take your vinyasa here. Jump through, we'll set it up on the left. This time I'll turn to the side, just in case you want to see how that bind looks from the side. So left arm comes up, that's going to swing you in nice and low. Again, I use my right hand here to pull my knee and my shin in, tight to my ribs. Then I can get a better wrap. Once I've got the left side wrapped up nice and tight, I bring the right around. There's my bind. Lift on the inhale and breathe. You're in the pose, folding over the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze up. Breathe. Take your vinyasa here. On Chatvari, we move back through. Good. If you start to feel like the quality of your vinyasa is lacking, right? That you start to get really kind of tired or sloppy and you don't feel strong, it's okay to sit one out. You want to make sure that you maintain the same integrity with that vinyasa throughout your practice as often as you can. Okay. Marichyasana B. I'm going to slow this one down because it has a little bit more setup. And again, if this is a new pose for you, tread lightly, just see what you think. Take it one breath at a time. Your left leg is going to make lotus, if you make lotus, right? So if this is a pose that you feel comfortable doing and you've got no problem with the knee, comfortable, all right, then add in the second part, which is to pull that right knee back up close to your body. Watch what happened with my left knee here. I didn't just stop like this. There's a rotation. This left knee has to drop. It's got to come down to the mat. That means that your right butt cheek is probably off the ground, and that's okay. I don't really know very many people that can do this with both glutes on the mat anyway, so that's common. If this knee is down and things still feel good, then you add in the same bind that we took in A. Forward, wrap back and around. Make sure you get that knee in tight. And then left arm comes back. Maybe the hands come together and you bind. If that is not working for you, just put your left foot under here. Just tuck it under your right knee and then come in and you can still make the same bind and breathe. And you just take the lotus out of the equation and you're happy right where you're at, right? So in no way am I trying to incite any fearfulness in you guys. I just really have to be fair and firm with the fact that I can't help you physically, right? So you have to help you physically, and just make sure you're practicing in a way that feels right. in a way that will let you practice again tomorrow, huh? Inhale, lift, let's take it through. Jatvari, exhale. And we're on the left side of Marichyasana B. That means the right foot is the one that goes into lotus if you're gonna make a lotus pose. Remember that when your left knee comes up, you have to spin your right knee down. This baby's gotta get out of the way because you have to fit a whole bind in here still. If, again, the lotus is the problem, just get it out. Who cares? Toss it out of the way, and then you can still complete the posture. This is a very good way to modify, right? There's nothing wrong with this pose. Okay, soften those places where you don't need to be working so hard on this last exhalation in particular. And then, Trini, Jatvari, here we go. Take it through. We're gonna do one more version of Marichyasana. And that's C. So we go back to the original position from A with the right knee up, left leg's long. Left foot is alive here because the left side of your body is essentially just in Dandasana, right? And all the action's gonna happen on the right. Twisting to the right, you can hug your knee. You can hook your elbow outside, or you can bind this pose if you're a binder. I am not a binder, so binds, you're on your own there. Sit up nice and tall, inhale. Work the exhalation to find deeper rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze forward, breathe in. Jatvari, exhale, take a vinyasa. For some people, this is a good one to just skip. And lately, I have been one of those people. I've just been doing this little Shtambasana pose here, where you pull your knees in and sit up really nice and tall. And it helps me release that twist a little bit better. All right, and then we go to the other side. Hooking, hugging, or binding around your left knee as you lengthen on Ekam. Twist, Andre. 1, 2. Keep the right side of your body alive. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini, gaze moves around. Jatvari, all the way through to Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. Sharp, exhale. Okay, if you're gonna give Marichyasana D a whirl, you'll catch up with us eventually. The rest of us are gonna move on to Navasana, and we'll do all 5 sets of boat. We are gonna modify a little bit after this. We're gonna drop some postures coming up here. So don't be alarmed if we move on to a few extra breaths and some later poses. But in the meantime, let's get these out of the way. 3, 4, 5, lifting up. Even if nothing comes off the ground, just make an honest effort to push down and release. Good. 1. If you need to modify, hold behind the knees or bend the knees. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're up. Lulasana, lift. Back to Navasana, number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up and down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lolasana. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cross the ankles. Plant, lift, and take this one all the way through if you can. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Okay. There is a big section of postures that happens here today. We're going to modify this part quite a bit. If you know Bhujapidasana, Kurmasana, Supta Kurmasana, Garbhapindasana, go for it. You'll hook up with us eventually, right? If you don't know what happens next, take a look forward with me. You're going to step, walk, or hop your feet up wide of your hands. Now, again, if this is new to you, you might just drop down into a nice deep squat here and breathe. You don't have to do anything other than that, okay? If you're thinking about maybe making this first pose, you can lift your butt and put your hands back through the legs and on the outsides of your feet, and then you just start to walk them in. Even if you can't go any further than this, you just stay. Practice squeezing your legs around your arms. If you know how to cross your ankles here, work to flat palms and pull your feet back through the posture to drop your head down, then go right ahead. I'm going to stay right out here, just squeezing my legs around my arms. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we'll lift up. We're just going to hold there for a moment, take a little stretch. Those of you who are exiting that posture, Titibhasana, Bakasana, Chaturanga, if you want. And then we'll step, walk, or hop back to the same position. So if you're with me at the top of the mat, we're going to stay put and drop back into another deep squat. Otherwise, you jump your feet around your hands here if you know these poses. If you don't, I request that you stick with me, okay? From this deep squat, we're just going to ease ourselves down onto the mat, and we're going to keep our legs out like this and see if we can get our arms back underneath here. Now, if that's good for you, stay there. Don't do anything else. You can lift your forearms into your calf muscles a little and get a good stretch going. If you know and love this posture, you know that your hands are going to slide back then, right? And that eventually your feet are going to slide forward and you're going to pin your arms under your legs and take it into Kurmasana. Okay? Modified friends, I'll stick with you. We're just right here. We've got our feet still pretty wide and we're feeling good about this. The next thing we're going to do is just see if we can start wiggling our feet in. Theoretically, your hands would flip back, and if you can flip them and reach them back one at a time, like you're reaching back for your glutes, go right ahead. If that's not going to happen, then keep your hands out here in front, palms up, and just bring your feet together like Baddha Konasana and relax. Okay, so we'll just find a few breaths here in some variation that's working for you. Four and 5. Inhale. Those of you that were all the way in Supta Kurmasana, take your fancy exit vinyasa if you'd like. If you're with me, we're going to just rock to one side, pull one arm out, then the other. Option to cross your ankles vinyasa here, or you can just stay exactly where you're at with your feet together and breathe for a moment, okay? So we'll get everybody back together. We're going to skip Garbhapindasana altogether today, and we're going to meet up in Baddha Konasana. So now, hips scoot forward a little bit closer to your heels. Thumbs in the inner arches of your feet. Lengthen on the breath in. Sit up nice and tall. First version, the back is flat, so that means the elbows are going to stay tucked back along your ribs. And if you're lucky, you might even get your elbows right in the creases of your hips and use them gently to help you coax the hips to soften, and the inner thighs to relax and open. Good. And this might mean that you don't go down as far as you usually do. That's not the point of this first version. This is all about lengthening out of the low back. And on your inhale, come on up. And then the second version, Baddha Konasana B, now we're gonna round. Now you can go deep into your lumbar spine and dive the crown of the head closer to the feet. Elbows stay tucked in. And we're here for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale all the way up. Shortcut straight to the next pose. Skip the vinyasa, just take your feet out wide. Upavishta Konasana. Once you've got the length that you're looking for in your legs, you're going to reach out, find the edges of your feet if you can, or just brace yourself on the ground or your mat if this feels better. Edges of the feet, if you're holding there, you're thinking about dropping the chest closer to the ground, eventually putting your chin or your forehead down, and then here's a perfect example of a posture where bandhas are engaged. We've got activation from the pelvic floor to the navel, and then we're going to try to relax everything else. So not working so hard here. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale. You're going to skip the upward version today. Unless you really want to do it, then go for it. If you're coming with me, we're going to call it good there and take a vinyasa through. This one's going to put you on your back. So as you come through to up dog and back to downward facing dog, you're going to step, walk, or jump through, and you'll land on your back. You stay there. I'm just turning to the side again for the visual. Good. And when you make it onto your back, lie yourself down flat. We'll go one leg at a time here. Supahasta Parangusthasana. Right leg comes up on your inhale. You're going to put your left hand on the top of your left thigh or your left hip bone. Keep the left side of your body anchored in Andhve. Grab that big toe or as far up your right leg as you can comfortably go. This is an active lift. My shoulder blades are off the ground if possible. And we're breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Rini, relax your upper body. Chatvari, let your right leg fall open to the side and turn your gaze to the left. Modification here might be bending your right knee and holding the knee rather than the foot. Keep the left side of your body rooted and grounded, so firm pressure on that left thigh with the left hand. 3, 4, navel's drawn in tight. 5, use your bandhas to bring your leg back to the middle on pancha. You're going to lift to touch on shut or as close as you can get, and then release. And you go straight to the other side. Right hand on the right thigh, up comes the left leg. Ekam. On Dve, you're going to lift, find that stretch right here, and stick with it. 1, shoulder blades are up. 2, we're breathing. 3, 4, and 5. Take it down and open to the side. Jadvari, gaze moves to your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go back to the middle on your inhale. Lift on the exhale to touch and release. Okay, you are lying on your back for a moment here. You are welcome to stay there. That's option 1. Option 2, you can bring your knees in, rock up through a vinyasa. If you know how to do a chakrasana, go for it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or you've never attempted one, today is not the day to start. Make sure you do chakrasana with your teacher around, if at all possible, unless you practice it on the regular. The rest of us will find some way to vinyasa, or if you're relaxing on your back, you stay put. We're gonna come to meet you there. All right. We're going to combine these next 2 poses together and do them pretty quickly today. So, if you're on your back, take your legs up. If you're coming through to a seat, you're just going to roll back. Everybody, try to get your feet back behind your head. And then you're going to reach back and find your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Legs stay together and try to rock that one up to the top, right? Go for it. Just try to rock it up. Once you're up and balancing, Ubaya Parangushta. You're going to drop your head back, gaze goes up, arms and legs are strong and straight, and take the roundness out of your spine. 2, 3, stay there, 4, and 5. Now switch. Hands come to the edges of the feet, grab low by your heels, and then you're going to try to wrap your arms around your legs, forearms tucking behind your calf muscles, and your forehead is pulling in towards your shins. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gaze up. Good. Take a vinyasa here if you'd like. This one will put us onto our backs again, and we'll do a quick back bend sequence. When you get there, step hop or jump through. Down on your back, this time for Setu Bandhasana. Modified version, if you want to do the Ashtanga version and you know how that goes, you're on your own with that one. Otherwise, you come with me. 2 flat feet on the ground. Move your heels closer to your glutes. Push into your feet on your inhale. Let your hips lift on the exhalation. And then if there's room to tuck your shoulder blades in or interlace your fingers here, go right ahead. Hold your bridge and slow your breath back down. 1, 2, 3. Try to relax your glutes a little bit. Use your quads. 4. And 5. Release. Let's just tap down for a moment here. Exhale completely. Okay. We'll go for 3 more back bends today. You can go right for upward facing bow, Urdhva Dandurasana, or you can stick with bridge or any combination of the 2. If, again, you don't usually practice a full back bend, be careful, or maybe just stick with bridge pose. If you do practice upward bow on a regular basis, then you're going to know that your hands come right next to your ears, and that before you even lift your posture, you should be able to see your elbows in your peripheral vision, right? They're nice and tight. Then if you want to go just to your head, you can push from there. Otherwise, you take everything up and resituate the hands and feet. When you're in your back bend, turn on your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap your head, or if you're in bridge, you can tap your hips and come right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Take it down, push it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way down on that last one. Give your knees a squeeze. If you really feel like you want to get a couple more in, you can certainly keep going with your back bending a little bit longer. And once your knees are up, rock out any tension in your spine. And then you'll give yourself a good rock just straight up to a seat here. I'm going to flip back around to face you guys. Take it into any version of Paschimottanasana that feels good. That is the key words here, is that this one is really just a feel good forward fold. Gonna relax anything that needs to go. Any residual tension from your back bending, now's the time to not only release that, but to come back to your steady breath. Oftentimes the back bend series, I know for most of us, throws the breath out of whack a little bit because back bends are hard. They take your breath away. So here's the spot designed perfectly for you to find that slow, deep breathing again. Send some signals to your body that we're gonna take a little bit of time to invert, and then right around the corner is Shavasana. So, finishing postures today. I am going to modify this slightly. We're going to drop 2 poses that we would normally do. If you know them, when we get to them, you'll do them. If not, that's okay. Rolling back to start your finishing sequence. If you're not going to go upside down today for any reason whatsoever, then you're going to just lie on your back with your legs straight up as if you were against the wall, and you're going to hang out here. Viparita Karani. And that's your jam for the next minute or so. If you're going backward, then make sure you've got enough space behind you so you don't crash into anything. Take your toes back. Starting just for a moment in plow to get set up. Hands on your low back for support, and then we're going to take the legs right up to our shoulder stand, stacking up here. Heels over hips, hips over shoulders. There we go. Once you're nice and set to go, breathe. We're going to get just a couple of bonus breaths here today. Now, because of how you're positioned on your mat, you probably can't see me right now, and I don't want you to look for me. I want you to keep your neck really stable. So no looking side to side, just use your ears and listen close. One more big breath up in your shoulder stand. Then you're going to take it down to plow. That just means you're going to let your feet come back toward the ground. If they touch all the way down, great. If not, no problem. Interlace your fingers if you want to, and stretch your knuckles down toward the ground. Otherwise, your hands can stay on your low back and breathe. Again, don't turn your head, just keep your chin slightly tucked into the chest. Jalanda Lapanda. 3, 4, 5. Separate your knees and let them drop over your ears, or put your knees on your forehead. Karna Pindasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's where we're going to drop 2 poses. If you know what happens and you want to go back up and take it into your Urdhva Padmasana version, go for it. Otherwise, extend your legs back out to plow with me. Release your hands behind you so that you can comfortably, mindfully roll yourself down onto your back and set up for Matsyasana, fish pose. You can do this with your legs out long. You can do this by wrapping your legs into a lotus. Or you can do this with the bottoms of your feet together and your knees open in Baddha Konasana. Hands alongside your hips, or you can even tuck them underneath your glutes. Come up onto your elbows. If you're fully supported there and feel good, then lift your heart, tilt your pelvis and your heart center forward and up, and drop your head back. You've got a nice arch in your spine. Whether or not the crown of your head finds the mat is inconsequential right now. You just find a place where your heart center is the highest point of the pose, if possible. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you know Uttana Padasana, take that posture. If you don't know that pose, stay with me. We'll do another 5 breaths right here in fish. Matsyasana or Uttana Padasana. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Carefully release from either one of those poses. Make sure your neck is in a comfortable spot as you come down onto your spine. Draw the knees in, give them a quick squeeze. Rock and roll up and through, all the way through a vinyasa here. Okay. Headstanders. I'm going to say if you want to do a headstand, you do your own headstand today. And just take it up, do your headstand practice as long as you want. Those of you who don't usually do a headstand, come with me. We're going to just take it into a seat and do a quick meditation here, just for a minute or two. Headstanders. You know, you've got the luxury of being at home, so if you need some assistance from a wall, or if you have a yoga friend with you today and you need them to help you out, certainly ask for help. If you are skipping the headstanding, then you can meet up with me in a comfortable seated position. Hi. Or you can wrap your legs into half or full lotus. And then we're going to turn the palms up. You can let your hands just be softer if you want to make a mudra, chin mudra, gyan mudra, rolling or tucking the first finger to the thumb. And we'll breathe right here, just slowing the body down, slowing the breath down, slowing the mind down. For just a minute or two, our headstand friends are going to do their thing, and then eventually they'll come to meet us here. Okay, so essentially we just switched around these two poses, right? Usually we would do Baddha Padmasana first and then this pose, but today we'll do them in the opposite order. So if you haven't met up with us in a seat yet and you want to, come on and join us. Give yourself at least a breath there. And then we'll take a bow together as you lift your gaze. You can bring your right arm around behind your back. If there's a foot to hang on to, you're gonna take that foot. If not, you just bring your other arm back, find your elbows or your forearms behind your back. Take a deep breath in. Take a bow, you worked hard. It's not easy to get on your mat and say, you know what, I'm still gonna do the majority of a primary series class today, even though I have to be my own best teacher, right? So I'm happy that you guys did. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. Come on up. And release your hands, put them right outside your hips. Just for a moment, you're gonna press down and see if anything comes off the ground, and if something lifts, then hold it up and off the mat. If nothing lifts, just activate and breathe with me here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly lower down. Take your last vinyasa. You can release your lotus legs behind you or just release them ahead and step, walk, or hop back. Chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha inhale. Adho Mukha. Exhale to down dog, and let's call it a day. Spin yourself down onto your mat. To get comfortable for Shavasana, grab whatever else you might need around you. If you've got a blanket that you want to cover up with, or maybe just a little pillow underneath your knees or your head. We'll settle in and rest together for just a few moments here. We're probably going to go just slightly past 12:30, but hey man, we're living in virtual time world, so who cares? I do ask that you at least rest your body for a little bit. It is really honestly the most important part of the practice, so get comfortable, soak it all up, take it all in. Let your breath come back to a really nice, easy, natural rhythm. please stay resting on your back. No need to move just yet. Stay comfortable. Continue to take in the benefits of your practice. Just going to finish with a couple chants for you, and then we can come up together in a moment or two and do the closing mantra if you'd like. But for now, you just listen. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nav Prachodayata. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchirananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niraya Lambate Jase. Take a little bit of time to slowly bring your body back to life. If you would like to stay resting in your Shavasana for a little bit longer, go right ahead and do so. No need to move unless you're ready. Once you've got yourself moving through some comfortable shapes, take it around to one side or the other and help yourself up to find a seat. And then we'll finish with the Mangala Mantra. And again, you can join if you'd like. Om Svasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukheno Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you guys so much for getting on your mat and wanting to practice. I'm happy and grateful to have you. Those of you who have been contributing, please know that you are literally the reason that that I'm sitting here in the studio today. That and because I don't have any Wi-Fi at home right now, but you're helping us pay the rent. So if you can keep it up, because we want to have this gorgeous place to come back to someday, and I can't wait for that day to happen. In the meantime, if you want to buy some passes on the website, www.northeastyoga.com. If you want to make a donation on PayPal, we're northeastyoga@gmail.com. Or if you want to just simply Venmo a little donation, it's Annie Hanson, that's my name. Hanson is how I spell my last name, and then _ Northeast Yoga. We really do appreciate it. I'd really like your feedback. For those of you, thank you, who would rather move this group into a private Zoom meeting, we can do that. I like offering it on Facebook because it's open to anybody, but then, like I said, you know, we got a lot of people just kind of jumping on and jumping off, and so if you'd rather have a little bit tighter knit group, send me a DM or an email, or those of you who have my phone number, send me a text. Let me know what you want to do, because we can change it up. We can make it as accessible as we need it to be to keep us together as a group. So let me know. And like I said, Counting Sun A and Counting Sun B are both up on the Northeast Yoga YouTube channel. There's a full short form up there for you to do anytime you want. Learning the Mangala Mantra is up, and so is learning the Vande. So lots of good Ashtanga homework that you can do in your free time as well. Otherwise, we'll do short form on Wednesday night on the Instagram Live, and I'll see you then. Stretchy nap starts in about 20 minutes if you want to hop back on and do some more stretching with me then. Thanks everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Yay! I'll see you soon. Bye. Namaste. Dude. Maybe we're gonna finish.